That's our camp. That house doesn't belong to us. That's just an abandoned little fishing hut. We're sleeping in the mosquito net and nothing else right next to it. Last night and tonight. This is a little lagoon on, I can't remember the name of the island. Oh, about 3 or 4K, a couple miles out from El Nido. And we have been here since yesterday, and it's just amazing. I mean, as you can see, this is like right out of J.R.R. Tolkien. And look at that rock formation. That is just so awesome. Limestone, razor sharp limestone peaks. And this lagoon is just totally protected. Full of fish. Not as full as I'd like. Beautiful reef. All these undercut cliffs with overhangs like this. And then there's just spears. Monkeys. Monitor lizards. Hey, saw a monitor lizard today? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's directly into the sun. I better not do that. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Can you tell us about it?
No.
Oh. Come on.
Stared at me and I stared back.
She was sleeping under the fishing hut, taking a nap, and this, how big was it?
Big, I only saw its head.
Oh. I saw a small one and it was almost a meter long. So, it's probably big. And we just saw monkeys. And this, apparently, this is another abandoned little thing. You can kind of barely see it back. There's a little hut where in the bird nest season, there's a cave in there somewhere where these birds that make those bird nests that the Chinese love to buy for $3,000 a kilo. They actually have to have a guard here 24/7 in season, and that's his little spot, I guess. But apparently it's been abandoned for a year or so maybe they didn't guard it recently. Cadlau, that's the name of this island, Cadlau Island, and this is Cadlau Lagoon. So we're just doing a little kayak tour because we've been having such a good time that we haven't taken any pictures hardly. Well, a few. Not much video. We did hermit crab races last night and we actually got a video of that, but that was our only video. But this place is awesome. Oh, is that monkeys? I hear monkeys. It's either monkeys or a lizard. Something is definitely up there. And this blue, I don't know if you can see how blue this is. It's just sandy bottom. There's fresh water here at this part of the lagoon. Brackish, so there's no coral growing. Almost no coral. And there are some fish, but they're almost like mullet. Have you seen that hawk-billed? It's like some kind of native finch or something. Blue with a big bright red bill.
I just saw a blue one.
Yeah, electric blue. And that's the same one I saw yesterday. Some amazing wildlife around here. And the fish, awesome. Last night, I caught a maybe almost 2-pound 7-Eleven crab with the little tiny rinky-dink spear. 2 new friends that we made a couple days ago. DJ from Korea and Johnny from Scotland came out here with us. Over the conversation at dinner, we just said, "Hey, you guys want to go camping with us?" And they said, "Sure." And so we spent the next day, the morning, gathering gear, and by 1 o'clock, we had kayaks and fishing gear, and spears and fins and masks and a bunch of food and dry bags, and we were off. And
show how clear the water is?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's crystal clear. It just it looks cloudy because there's nothing to see on the bottom, but it's just white sand. Earlier today, there was a school of at least 10,000 fish. I mean, countless, maybe more, maybe less, but it was just a huge school of brightly colored bait fish that were just, I don't know what you call it. They were like balling in the lagoon, and they were being chased around by these things that looked a lot like mullet, but maybe not. I don't know what they're. Some nice looking school of big fish that were chasing them around. And we were just paddling through the school. It was really neat. Something about this particular piece of geography right here, it's just, every time I look at it, it just takes my breath away. It's just awesome. You can see at the top there. I mean, you can just totally, to me it just gives you a picture of geologic time, you know? I mean, can you imagine? That was formed by millions of years of rain, I think.
Yeah?
Of precipitation, yes. And or groundwater seepage that was coming down through when this was a lot bigger and and slowly eroding. But this limestone is super hard. It's this karst stuff that we saw in Vietnam and Thailand. Very hard. You climb on it, it's like razor sharp. And while we were diving, I got quite a few scrapes. Caught them in Pachi also. About a nice good size 6-7 inch Mimpachi. We all ate that today with the crab and some noodles, and sausage, garlic and onions. But this is like we're about halfway through our Palawan adventure right now, and it's everything we hoped it would be and more. It's just beautiful, pristine. The people are wonderful. I mean, really sweet, and not nearly as out to hustle you as people in Vietnam and Thailand or China. There's an idea of how clear the water is. There's a big coral head down there. Shall we go out a little more? Sweetie?
I don't know, it's kind of in the sun.
But we can see some coral heads. She's back there on the motorboat, providing the horsepower.
Wow, Jack.
What?
Up there.
What am I looking at? Wow. Yeah, this lagoon, I mean, it's hard to capture the scale, I mean, of it on video, but that peak we're looking at is, I want to say 300 meters, almost 1,000 foot. Probably, maybe, okay, wait, no, I'm exaggerating here. I want to say 700 feet. And it's sheer. I mean, so, and this whole thing is like a cathedral. The whole lagoon is just encircled. Is that what you were pointing out, sweetie?
Yeah.
Just, yeah. It's just something else. I saw this on the internet, on YouTube. And I just, out of all the places we were going to come, I said, that's where we're going. And I said to Anna, what do you think, babe? And
Yeah.
she said, it looks awesome. Let's do it. Yeah, Philippines. I don't think I'll ever forget, but this video should remind me. Is something else. At least this part of the Philippines. Very affordable, very beautiful, and very untouristy for the most part. I mean, this little town of El Nido that we are near is the most touristy. It's a little bit like Phuket or Koh Phi Phi, but a tenth of those places.
Yeah, I like the small scale of it. You know, it makes
Yeah.
it feel more homey.
Yes. Yeah, everything, and it's just a really cute town. We'll have to take some more video of that. Little tiny one lane roads between all these hostels and restaurants right on the beach. We literally eat dinner on the sand, and our feet, depending on what side of the table you're sitting on, your feet are in the water. I mean, the beach, the restaurants and guest houses are in the water, on the water's edge, and sometimes in the water. I mean, one of them, our friend Uli, this guy from Denmark who owns one of them called El Nido Corner, he actually has a little highway going through his dining room. There's a tiny little road that's only big enough for motorbikes and tricycles. They call it those 3-wheeled motorbikes. It actually follows the beach, and his dining room is at the end of the beach, and the road goes through his dining room. It's like sitting there eating lunch or dinner, and there's now and then a motorbike will just zip right through the dining room. I mean, not zip, but putt along, I should say.
I'm trying not to crash into the rock.
Yeah, that would be good if you did crash into the rock, but hey. Let's see, this is up close limestone. Crystal clear. And warm. Did I mention warm? Did I say warm? This water, when you get out of the water and you get into the water, you almost don't know the difference. It's in American language, it's 85 degrees, 88 maybe. And I don't know what the conversion is, but the Europeans I've talked to tell me that it's 28. It's 28 to 30 degrees Celsius. So it's warm. Except for in this lagoon, because of the fresh water, there's little thermoclines where you can feel the cold water. There we go. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna eat up this whole SD card if I don't turn this off. It's just more and more and more. So we're kind of doing a circuit of it here. These, we call them icebergs. Last night when we were night diving, with one guy in the kayak and 2 guys diving, these things kept sneaking up on us, these little islands. They were like icebergs. There's the first one. And there's the second one. Right behind you. And there's a couple baby bergs. Alrighty.
Everything else.
That's it for this episode from Palawan.